Matchmaking is being changed, bots are coming to the game, an official practice arena is coming, and controller settings are getting a complete overhaul. What kind of crazy patch are Epic releasing? My name's Craig from LJ Studios, and in today's video we're going to go over everything that we know about patch 10.40 so far. We've got some huge things to go over today, including a complete controller setting overhaul and the potential leaked Season 10 event LTM name. But before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Fortnite news. Fortnite usually receives weekly updates on a Tuesday, but these past few weeks they've been a bit sporadic, suddenly releasing updates on a Wednesday with no announcement of when the update will be coming. Luckily for us, they have released two news updates the past couple of days, going over some pretty big changes in patch 10.40, along with the first piece of news about a feature that's being added in Season 11. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn while we go over them. We're going to start this off with a big one, and when I say big, I mean literally game-changing. Epic chucked out a statement on the 23rd of September, and I'm going to read the first bit to you guys, then we're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to read the second part because they each deserve their own section in this video. So they've said, since Battle Royale launched, the matchmaking strategy for our core modes has remained mostly unchanged. Over the past 2 years, however, the range of player skill has grown considerably. In Arena, we use hype-based matchmaking to ensure players are matched evenly across platforms. In the version 10.40 update, we're introducing improved matchmaking logic to Battle Royale core modes to create fairer matches. What does this mean? You will be more likely to match with players of similar skill, and as you get better, so should your opponents. We will slowly roll this out to all regions across Battle Royale core modes as we test and monitor how it performs. We're excited to get this out for everyone to play with, and we'll continue to update the system. We'll update you when it's fully live across all regions to get your feedback as you try it out. I mean, come on, that's huge. Matchmaking has always been a controversial topic when it comes to any kind of competitive game, and Fortnite is no different. Playing solos is literally luck of the draw. You could jump into a game with a bunch of noobs, get an easy win, or you could jump in a game with a bunch of pros and be destroyed within 5 seconds of landing after they triple Thanos Dorito ramp rush you. It's all pretty random based. The only way to secure playing people of similar skill levels is for you to jump into arena mode, but even then, the competitive scene isn't for everyone. Some people just want to chill with their friends and have a good time, and sometimes you just can't get that in the normal game modes. Epic mixing it up and changing matchmaking for you to face similar skilled players is a great way forward for them. They've had a lot of bad press recently. With the mechs and the build nerfs and all that, they've been losing a lot of players recently, and this could really put them back on top, granted that they get it right. Now, in my experience, when games say they're going to mess with matchmaking for the better, well, it's usually a bit of a bumpy road from then on out. But usually after a while the kinks are ironed out and overall creates a better experience for everyone. It's going to be interesting to find out more info on this to see how they're doing it. They haven't really dived into the details at all, and I'll update you all once we get more info on it. Yeah, I said it in the beginning of the video and I wasn't lying. Bots are actually coming to the game. Epic have said, in the next season we are adding bots to Fortnite. They will behave similarly to normal players and will help provide a better path for players to grow in skill. Bots will work in conjunction with a new matchmaking system, and as your skill improves, you'll face fewer bots. But thankfully, bots will not be in competitive playlists. This is another system that we will continue to update and iterate. At this point, I'm not really sure how I feel about bots being added to the game. Now, I get why they want to add them, to help new players in the game and ease them into the Battle Royale scene and all that, but it can also give players a false look at their skill level. They might come out of a game with 15 kills and 13 of them being bots, with 2 of them being actual players, and think, whoa, that's it, I'm going pro. I'm quitting school or my job, and I'm going to be the World Cup winner next year. I'm not saying you won't be, nothing's impossible, but just don't get your hopes up. I did the exact same thing with PUBG Mobile. It's a great little mobile shooter. First game I got like a 17 kill win, and I just thought I picked up the mechanics of the game really well. Well, long story cut short, I didn't go pro. But I do wonder how the bot system will be implemented in Fortnite, especially with building being the main mechanic in the game. Now, most bots in games just stand still and shoot slowly at you, shaving the tiniest bit of health off, and not really moving much. Will these bots move and shoot? Will they build? It's going to be interesting to see, and as soon as we get more info, I'll keep you guys all in the loop. What do you guys think to Epic overhauling the matchmaking system while also adding bots? Is that a good move? Is it a bad move? Let me know in the comments down below. In other news, it looks like controller settings are having a bit of a rework too. Epic put out a statement dated the 24th of September saying, with version 10.40 comes improvements to both aim assist and sensitivity settings for controllers. We've also got a new playlist called The Combine where you can test these changes and compete to be the fastest to complete the challenge. Okay, so I'm going to start going through screenshots of what the new menu for controller sensitivity is going to look like. Now, it was actually leaked the other day on Twitter and it was thought to be the new mobile menu. They will be adding a basic and advanced menu, which does look pretty in-depth, even including the strength of aim assist. Now, I'm not going to read through each one as that's not exactly exciting for a video, but I'll flicker through all the screenshots showing the changes coming, and I'll read out the advanced sensitivity one as that's got the most interesting changes coming. Look dampening time. The time it takes to reach the expected look rotation speed after applying initial input to the controller's look stick. This allows for small view adjustments by tapping the stick, set to 0.0 seconds to disable the dampening. Look input curve defines how input for the controller's look stick is processed. Linear uses the raw stick input, exponential causes smaller stick movements to have less of an effect, allowing for more precision. Aim assist strength, how much aim assist to apply. A setting of 0% will disable aim assist, lowering the setting is not recommended. All of this does look pretty complex. Now I don't play on controller myself, but I do love the fact that Epic are really catering for controller players. The advanced menus are really going to be for players who want to perfect their aim and sensitivity and want to try out a bunch of different things and really dial in on their settings. The basic settings will probably be for newer players and people who just hop into the game from time to time, but thankfully Epic have said that they will also add the option to change back to your old legacy controls if you wish to. And as we saw, aim assist is getting its own strength setting. That's going to be pretty interesting to see, and like I said, I don't play on controller, but I'm excited to give it a try at least. As well as the strength addition, they have also made some other changes to aim assist, and they stated the following. We've implemented a new aim assist system that calculates targets in screen space, which allows a more consistent feel regardless of that target's range. This new system applies different aim assist strengths based on the target's distance from the reticle. Aim assist now tracks multiple targets and will apply assistance based on weighting algorithm. This will help in situations where new targets can still aim assist away from an existing target already being focused on. We've also removed the ability to use target snapping, aka left trigger spam. With these new aim assist improvements, we no longer feel it's necessary. And lastly, crosshairs now turn red while pointed at an enemy target that is within effective range, which is any time before damage drop off is applied. Now for all you controller players out there, how do you feel about these changes? Are you excited or annoyed? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, we've got the new Combine playlist. Now the loading screens and skins had been leaked before on Twitter, but now Epic have finally officially released info on it. This is the Combine playlist, where you put your skill and muscle memory to the test. Here your goal is to reach the end as fast as possible while eliminating all targets along the way. Practice with and fine tune your settings, warm up your aim before a match, or compete for the fastest time on the leaderboard with friends or other players. Each leaderboard provides options to sort times by your preferred input device, whether that be keyboard and mouse, controller or touch. And you can also share your top times with them on social channels using the Fortnite Combine hashtag. This is some pretty exciting stuff. Now ever since Fortnite was released, we've always looked for a way to practice. I still remember when Playground mode was first added to the game, it was incredible to practice with your friends on. And then the creative playlist came out and practice maps were made that really helped a lot of players get insanely good at the game. This is essentially going to be an official version of the player made maps that you see in creative. I'm really excited to jump in with mates to check it out when the version 10.40 comes around. In other news, the rocket at Dusty Depot has finally been fully assembled. All parts have been built, ready for launch. There's still no news about when the launch and the Season 10 event will be. Some fans have speculated that it would be this upcoming weekend, but I'm not too sure myself. Usually there's a lot of hype around an event, but Epic Games have been relatively quiet on the event scene. No timers have kicked off, nothing major in the game has happened, except of course the rocket being built and the return of Kevin. I expect that we're going to find out more info from leakers when the 10.40 patch officially hits other platforms other than mobile, and we might even get news from Epic themselves later on this week. Season 10 is due to end either the 6th or the 10th of October, so I have a feeling that the event could be next weekend, or potentially Thursday the 3rd, but we're going to have to see. What we do know so far is a leaked image that could be the Season 10 event LTM. It's called The End and it was leaked by 3 leakers on Twitter who go by the names Delta3A29, Fortori and Bobba Leaks. For something that sounds so dark and apocalyptic, it really does bring some excitement to Fortnite. We've all been hoping and wanting a new map, and if the event's LTM is in fact called The End, then surely this has got to be the end of the Fortnite world as we know it. What's even more interesting is the possible description for the LTM being, join the fight to restore our timeline before it's too late. I really do have a feeling that this is going to be the craziest event that we've seen so far. Stay tuned for more info when 10.40 comes out. Well, that's all the news that I've got for you guys today. I'm hoping that the new patch is released tomorrow so we can really dive into all the patch notes and discover all the new features added, and I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, drop a like on the video and subscribe with notifications turned on to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Fortnite news. And if you're looking for a channel to support on the Support a Creator program with Epic Games, then look no further. It would be really awesome if you guys could support us by popping in LJ Studios into the shop before buying any new skins. Alright guys, that's it from me today, and I'll see you all in the next video.